Hi everyone, it's Budget with Mama Bear. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Today is my day to do the financial goals hop for quarter 2 reflection. How's everybody doing? I hope you are following our hop. We've saw a couple other channels that have gone already. I'll go over the schedule in a few minutes. This is something that I really feel is important for the financial journey that anybody is on, to do reflections on goals and to set those goals throughout the year. All right, so let's first dive in here. So I'm going to really quickly jump into our calendar for this one. And the first was Donna, Powered by Creativity. She always starts us off. She has a great way to introduce everything. She went over the quarter 2 section, went over everything that she has done and will do. And so if you have not seen that, please go back and watch it. It's so worth it. Then yesterday, Hank is really wanting to join in the hop. I think he needs a little section in here. He's being really loud. I apologize. Okay. So Jeanette's journey went yesterday, and I'm telling you, like, to listen to both of these back to back, very powerful women, and very inspirational. Like, I get so motivated by listening to just their tone of voice and like how they're go-getters, and it was really amazing to listen to them. So again, if you have not listened to either Donna or Jeanette's, please go back and watch that. It's so worth it. I have a lot to live up to today, y'all. I can do this. All right. And then next week we have She Persisted Budgeting and Saving, Leela Budget, Steph's on a budget, Jen finally saves, and then Save with Judy. The rest of the calendar is here for you to look at. You can get all of this stuff on donnapoweredbycreativity.com. It is all given to you. So that is that. Everything in this little binder here that I'm showing you right now. So here is the list of the Financial Goals Hop participating channels. The 4 of us are putting this together, but honestly, this is all a group effort. So we've got Donna, myself, Jeanette, and Lisa from She Persisted Budgeting and Saving. Now, we help with putting this together, but again, all of these channels are part of this hop, and they are all part of this journey with us, including you, you that is participating, commenting, sharing your journey as well. So just wanted to throw that out there. All right, so in looking at this, we have the quarter 2 brain dump. When I first saw this and saw that we were doing this, I'm like, okay, I keep showing you something back here, but I gotta hide it. We're not ready for that yet. Okay, so this is the quarter 2 brain dump, and I'm a big fan of brain dumps. I do brain dumps all the time. Usually it's like I open my notebook and I just write. This is a very planned out brain dump, which I really like because my brain can get a little chaotic, let's just say, to be nice to my brain. And this is an organized brain dump, which I love those too when I have a focus. So what really happened this quarter? I love that. So challenges I had to face, wins I had to remember, because we forget those, don't we? We want to focus on the negative, like sometimes I do. Oh, darn, I didn't make that goal, or oh, that didn't happen for me, or oh, I had to get into my emergency fund. But we forget to remember the wins. And that's why I wanted to focus on this sheet. There are lots of other things on here. Grateful for, carry forward, need to release, what surprised me, habits I noticed. But for me, I think we need to start with what was a win that we have to go back and reflect on. So for me, I had to dip into my emergency fund because my son needed something and I didn't have the money saved up for it. And I needed to get that to him, right? I felt it was important to get it to him, but I didn't want to carry a debt. So I'm going to pull that money from there. Now we can look at it in a negative. I'm going to zoom in just a tad so you can see this. Or we can think of it as a positive. I had the money. I had the money. I didn't have to go into more debt. So I always have to write on an angle. So I'm going to write this one in with you. I'm not going to do all of this together, but I did want to talk about how important remembering your wins are. So I had the money from emergency fund when I needed it. Now you can do bullet points, but this was a big win for me because I get a little, like when I have to use that savings or that, I get like, oh man, I just start all over again. But you know what? I had the money to do it. And now we can start over again. I mean, I didn't use all my emergency fund. Okay, here, instead of glasses, we're going to use the bear for my pen. So this is a wonderful sheet to reflect on. Then the abundance and gratitude. This is another directed reflection. Okay, Donna and Jeanette both went over all of this, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. My quarter two money check-in. Money wins I'm proud of. Where my money felt stretched. I'm going to go back and look at my sinking funds and my trackers and think, okay, when did I have to take it down to a 0? When was I stretching that? Like, oof, you know, when did I get into a negative and I had to like get that money back? So I can pay attention to that. So when I'm planning for the next quarter, a spending habit, that one's a good one. Summertime is horrible for me, but in quarter two, I'm pretty good about that. But this is going to be interesting in the summer. So I'm going to do this reflection for April, May, and June. Okay. And then heading into the second half. So can you believe we're already, like, it baffles me that we're already halfway through the year. But we are. And the reality is it goes fast. I always think the second half goes faster than the first. So what do I want it to feel like? What do I want more of? What am I intentionally building less of? What am I ready to release? What deserves more of my attention? What deserves less of my energy? What excites me about the months ahead? I'm excited about funding that 5K for my son's wedding. Like, I'm going to do that in the second half. I am. And that's probably going to not happen until fourth quarter, but I'm excited about that because I am on track. So those are the things you think about when you fill this sheet out. And then lastly is the voices from the hop. I went through and listened to these ladies twice just because I love them, you know. I'll probably do that with all of them because the first time I just listen. And then the second time I listen with intention, right? And what you're listening for is the message they shared and the signal you received from it. And everybody's is going to be different. So I want you to listen, pick up things that they shared, and then take what you receive. Same with mine, whatever you're doing. So print off a bunch of these. I'm going to do them back to back. I forgot to do that with the first one, but all the other ones are getting printed back to back. Jeanette, so for Donna's, the message that I pulled out from that, what she was sharing, was write intentions down and go back. Be intentional. I'm going to use this. Be intentional. Be more specific with my goals. I saw her very specific goals, and I'm very, not generic. What's that word? Big picture, I guess. I don't know. Signal received. Grace, then action. She kept talking about how she was going to give herself grace, and then she realized that she met almost all of her goals. And it's like, whoa. But then on the other ones, it's like, okay, give yourself grace and then get going on it. Move it. Do it. You can do this. And when I talk to her, that's the message I get from her. Like, she always like, so what are you going to do since you have this time? What's your plan? She's moving me to my action. So I'm lucky that I get to talk to this lady on a regular basis because I get that from her. Don't sit in the negative. That's another signal that I received from this. Okay? Give yourself grace, then move on. All right. Then Jeanette. I had to write small for Jeanette. She had a powerful message. Set goals based on season of life. Okay to stuff off camera. For us that are YouTubers, that's a struggle sometimes because I feel like I have to share everything, so I have to wait or I miss something. And I've got to realize that this is my lifestyle too. Track goals along the way. Don't just wait till the end of the quarter. Watch summer spending. Money in equals give it a home. Have a plan for savings challenges. So this is the message that I pulled from her. And then the signal that I received from her is to stop overthinking everything. And I did an exclamation point on purpose. Concentrate on what makes me happy and be realistic with myself. So as I was writing this, like I took notes on another sheet and then I had to make it all nice over here because that's just how I am. The overthinking everything has stopped me from a couple things. And one is my channel memberships. I have been talking about that for how long? I've been planning it out. I got lots of things for it. But I am so overthinking it. I didn't get it ready. I wasn't ready. I didn't feel I was ready to go in July like I wanted to. And that really was a negative for me because I was so wanting to start it. I have to get over that. I have to stop overthinking and just do it, right? I have to think that because a lot of people tell me that. A lot of my friends out there have told me that, but I have to think it and I have to do it. So that was my big signal I got from you, Jeanette. Thank you so much. I love you, girl. Okay, so 2 powerful women. Go listen to them. Then we have our quarter 3 of reflection coming soon from us. We're working on it already. All right, so that is this book. So I'm going to set this aside. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you saw this already, but if you haven't watched them yet, you are going to be getting these they're like the little cute dividers that Donna designs. And we have one for the Financial Goals Hop quarter 2. And then she's also putting with it, since we didn't do it in the first one, the quarter 1. So there's the quarter 1. I made mine, but I want to show you how I made it. I printed 2 of them, cut off the tab, and glued it on the back. So when I flipped it, it wasn't a plain page. I just liked the way that looked. And then I laminated it and worked out. So I did the same thing with that one. So cute. All right, so we are done with that right now. Now the next part of this video, let me just set this over here, is, let me pull this out, because this is what you've seen before. I'm getting organized over here. All right, so before I had this binder full of lots of things, my journaling, my coloring, all these things. Here's my goal sheet, and I had this. And this has served me well. Don't get me wrong. This has served me well, this section. Okay. I have all my 2025 stuff, my old 2025 vision board, all of this. And then this was this year's. Okay. I did the tree, but I don't know. I wasn't, I'm one of those people that when something isn't working for me, I'm going to change it and I'm going to make it better and move forward. I'm still going to hold on to this, and this is still going to go with it, everything, because I don't throw things out when it comes to goals and vision boards and things like that. But I created something that is more Mama Bear, June, July, 2026. So let me show you what that looks like. Ta-da! Isn't she cute? Oh, this is more me right now. Like, as you can tell, I'm a big farmhouse girl. I don't care if it ever goes out of style. This is me, and I'm all about it. So I'm all about pink. I'm all about farmhouse. I'm all about hearts. I'm the mama bear. I just love her. I'm all about coffee. I'm all about goals, saving money. This screams me, right? Look at her sweet little face too, okay? So this is my financial goals planner mid-year. Inside, I just printed this on the other side. This is 17 pages, so there's a lot that comes in here. So I start with a quote. I am focused, disciplined, and committed to creating the financial future I desire. I make smart choices today that will bring me freedom, abundance, and peace tomorrow. I'm going to say this to myself, like I need to be disciplined. I need to be focused. I have a hard time with that. And committed. I am committed. But being focused sometimes is hard for me. Okay. Then I have these tabs. I don't know if you can see them because they're clear. I got these tabs. Let me see if I can put something. Do I have something? I don't think I do. Let's see. So there's the tabs. I don't know. You can see them. I got these from Live Love Posh. And then they had these little stickers. And she had the quarters, brain dump, and yearly. And that worked out perfectly. So under the brain dump section is where I put my word of the year. And I put my why, my brain dump of my words, and then my word of the year down at the bottom what I decided on. Now, the one I had before, I don't want you to think that I changed everything, because what I did, because I'm like that. Where is it? I'm going to show you. It's in here somewhere. I took that, this is what I did in the beginning of the year, and I redid it on here, and kind of changed a little bit of it because it was how I was feeling. So, life has been hectic this past year. I need to focus on health and abundance. Something has to change. Now, that was pretty much the gist of my why at the beginning of the year. I'm not going to change that. Like, that was how I was feeling. This was my brain dump of words, and then I started with simplicity. My big thing right now is organization because I feel scattered. I feel very scattered. And organization, not just in my physical space, but in my budget and my life, because things have changed. We are on a different budget. I'm taking a leave of absence from work to take care of my parents right now. That's changing my budget a little bit. So I've got to organize. I kept things pretty simplistic. Now I've got to get it pretty detailed and organized. So I'm flipping second half of the word of the year. Okay. I have my quarter one. Okay. I started writing it out and I forgot I was writing. Here's my financial goals. So let me show you in quarter three because I haven't written it on it. Quarter three, every quarter has it. So you have the 3 months, you have a personal goal sheet and a financial goal sheet. And then pick 4 of those goals and reflect on them. Like the 4 big ones that you felt were pretty strong that quarter, and do another little reflection here. And then there's the same for that. So I'm going to go to my quarter 2 and we're going to go over those today. All right. So quarter 2 personal goals. Start a self-care plan. Take a leave of absence from work. So both of these I have completed. So I did do this, and I am trying really hard to have a plan. So I've been working on that. I don't know if it happened in April, but I know it happened in quarter 2. May, decompress by journaling. Cleaning schedule. I did not come up with my cleaning schedule, but that is on my quarter 3. It's going to have to bump to quarter 3. Decompress by journaling. Journaling has been big for me. So yes, I did do that. I journal about life stuff. I journal about budget stuff. I journal about my ideas for things. I brain dump. I have to do this, and I have to be intentional about it. And then June, plan organization zones in my house. I want to say I half did that because I've been watching a lot of videos on that. Come up with a new schedule. I'm still working on it. Use my planners. Yes, I have been. So there's a couple X's, which means I just carry it over, and it's okay. But those were my personal goals for quarter 2. I think I did pretty good. I know I'm very to the point when I write things out. So like there was a lot that goes into all of these, and I think I'm pretty proud of myself for doing them. All right, quarter 2 financial goals. Save more into sinking funds in April. I have been doing that. I've been intentionally putting money into my sinking funds. Track spending and no spends. I've been doing that. Plan for summer budget. I definitely had to do that because that was a big thing that was going to change. Organize subscriptions. I did do that and I got rid of a few. And I made sure I didn't forget any. I went back and double checked again because sometimes you have to keep going back to those. Okay, hold on. I need a drink of my water. It is very dry here, so I got to remember to do that because I can hear it in my voice. And then pay 1/3 of the next credit card. All right, we'll go back to this in a second. All right, then in May, save more into sinking funds. Yes, I did that. Pay 2/3 of next credit card. We'll go back to that. Sell items I don't want. I'm not ready for that yet. That was a goal, but May is like the craziest month for me when I'm working. The fact that I put any goals here that I could focus on is pretty insane. Because even like with financials, like I'm just like, get through the month. But it's okay. And then June, pay off card. We're going to go back to that. Set new budget. Yes, I did. Fully fund wood sinking fund. I actually funded that earlier than June. Let me show you. So I am pretty proud about this. So there's my fully funded slip, but let me show you the tracker. I fully funded it May 1st. Guess what? She is coming to deliver my wood. Yes, she does. And I will be taking out $13.80. It only went up like $80. So I have an extra $120 to start off next year. I'm so excited about funding this early because this was no stress on this. That is very exciting. That was a big win for me, is to fund that. Wood we use to warm our home in the winter time. So we always get it in July just to be prepared, and it can be stacked and dried out by the time we need to use it. Okay. So let's get back to, I almost flipped the page. Did you see that? Let's get back to paying off the card. So, I am halfway. I'm not 2/3. We'll just say I'm only going to cross off this one. I had to, let's just say, that card got used, and I don't know if I wasn't paying attention to what card I was using, whatever, and I didn't pay it back down. So the focus to pay it off is still there, but then, I know what happened. So in June, my husband used his paid off card for more than just his work travel. Because the reason why I paid that off to get it to zero is every time he would use it and go on a trip, he gets paid back that money, and then I pay it off. Well, he decided to put all of his tractor stuff on that card, and I didn't see it till later. And so I've been putting money towards that and taking away from the other one. That's what happened. So sometimes you have to stop and go back and be okay, because I'm not going to let that card get us into debt and forget about it. Like, that was paid off. I want it paid off. We'll go back and do that one again. I don't care. So we're going to get there. All right. And then I have my Q2 reflection. I'm going to pick out my important goals here and do my reflection here. And then at the end of the year, I have a reflection to look back at the whole year. And there we go. So what can you take away from this? I think it's important. I think that my biggest thing for me, and some of you may need this, and some of you may already do it, then you need to be consistent with it and stick with it. I have to journal about emotional spending. Journaling about emotional spending is very important because I, in the past, have been I was a spender. Years ago, I've stopped myself from being like that. But, I still am aware. It's kind of like when you're an addict of something, you still have to be aware, even though you're not an addict anymore, right? You're always kind of like, it's always in the back of your mind. Like, I have to be careful and I have to journal about emotional spending. When I get sad, depressed, down, tired, exhausted, I look for that dopamine of spending and getting something cute, right? So I have to be careful with that. And what helps me is I journal about it. Like, hey, I was feeling this. I've started a journal on that I just found in doing my organization that I had. So I've really been focused on that. By reflecting throughout the year instead of just at the end of each quarter, I think it really helps us stay towards meeting our goals and being self-aware of what's happening in our lives that's affecting our finances. Like, that is a big part that I think a lot of people don't want to admit and talk about. And it's okay. It's okay. We have our ups and downs with money. Nobody's perfect. And I don't care what Instagram shows you, right? I'm not on the TikTok, so that was funny, huh? But we're not all perfect, and I'm nowhere near it. And so the important thing is to figure it out and to, like Donna said, right? Give yourself grace. For me, I'm going to journal about it. I'm going to reflect on it and think, where am I going to go to next? What is my next action? And how am I going to move forward from this? So hopefully that helped take away something from this. Again, on Monday, She Persisted Budgeting and Saving is going. So make sure you go check her out. Print out your sheets that you need so you're all ready to go. And everything that I just showed you here is all linked down in my description box. So check it out. And I hope you leave me some comments on how your financial goals went for quarter two and how you're feeling about it. Are you going to do this with us? Let me know. I'd love to know that about you. All right. Let me know also if you have any questions. Okay. All right, y'all. I think that's it for today. I hope y'all have a blessed day. And as always, I double love you.